Hello and welcome to another relaxing video of my walks around Forest Lake. And there's a willy wagtail in this picture. They're very busily darting over the lake all day. This walk was taken on the 25th of July 2021. It was a bright, sunny but very windy winter afternoon. I set out from my walk at about 3:10 in the afternoon and I got back to my car at about 10 minutes before 5. So it took me almost 2 hours to walk the 2.5 kilometres around the lake. This, of course, is a man-made lake in the suburb of Forest Lake in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. And that's a willy wagtail. It looks like that egret is hanging out on Bird Island at the moment. It will feature greatly towards the end of the video. Some swamp hens. I've been coming here at different times of the day for a while now. Oh look, the corellas have arrived. They seem to have taken over the lake for the moment. They're little corellas. Yes, the birds, what they do in the mornings and in the afternoons is quite different. The swamp hens and the coots, they seem to eat all day, but the cormorants, well, they're busy chasing breakfast early in the morning, but once they've caught all the fish and other shrimps and whatever are in the lake, they just concentrate on drying themselves in the afternoons. There was a bit of a disturbance there between the swamp hens and the coots. I'm not sure what was going on. I've noticed that the birds are all being very reactive lately. There's a few bits of bullying going on between various birds at the moment. From what I've seen over the previous few walks, it seems to be the swamp hens that are being the aggressors. Must be getting close to spring and breeding season. I was sitting on a seat and I looked up and saw this pelican flying in. I wasn't game to try to put it onto a video because I was sure it would just go straight out of focus. So I got lots of individual photos of the pelican and it flew in and it landed in the water. And now I've given myself a project to do drawings or at least some sort of artwork for each of the positions of the pelican as it flew in and landed. There's only one I've done so far and it worked out rather well, and I think it was that one that I have actually drawn so far. And there it is, it's landed in the lake. There's usually 3 or 4 pelicans in the lake these days. See, it was so windy, I wanted to show you the wattle, but it was pointless just getting a photo. I'd never be able to get that on a photo, so we got a little video of it fluffing around in the wind. It won't last much longer, so it's come out now. It's all those little fluffy balls of wattle. There's different types of wattle. There's hundreds of different types of wattle. I've got 2 types here growing together. That's another type. Yes, I did get a couple of snaps of it, but it was just a streak of yellow and gold. See that tree? It was just a blur. But look, there is some vegetation down at ground level. It's quite stiff and out of the wind. And there's a swamp hen. Here's a little pied cormorant drying itself off. We'll see more of it later on. There was a peewee. Just some swamp hens and some coots and a duck flying by. It's a beautiful bottlebrush tree that's very popular among the nectar-eating birds and insects. I think the egret got hungry and it's come down to this end of the lake and it's gone fishing, and we're going to accompany it on its fishing trip. That's grevillea flowers. That's another great thing for the nectar-eating birds and insects. And there's a coot and a swamp hen, a duck. They're all together down here at this end of the lake. Another duck. And there's a little pied cormorant again. Still drying itself off. I hope it's good and dry because it's going to get wet now. There it is. It just got in the water. It's swimming off. Must have got hungry. And there's a duck. The egret's in the water now. Look at the wind blowing its feathers. It is a very windy day. Mostly when I see the egret, it's just not worthwhile getting a video of it because it just stands so perfectly still in the same position for such a long time. But today it's actively hunting and it keeps changing its position. So I got some video as well as quite a lot of photos. And the wind's blowing its hair again there, look at that. Just got something, did it? I think it might have got something little. If it was a bit lucky then and did get something to eat, it probably wasn't enough to satisfy a hungry egret. It's coming up to some swamp hens there. I wonder if they will let it keep going or if they'll chase it. I saw a swamp hen knock a little pied cormorant off its rock the other day when I was out walking. I was quite a surprise. I didn't get a photo of it, but I did get a photo of what happened afterwards. Directly before and directly after, but I wasn't even looking at it when it did it. But that video with that in it will come in a few days, maybe a week or two. So now it's given up on that little area. I think it decided to walk around those swamp hens. And now it's coming up to this other part of this end of the lake. It's going down into a hole there. It might almost vanish for a minute. There's the fountain. It's on at the moment. Look at the wind blowing the water. The egret's nearly out of sight. This looks like it caught something, just ate something there, I think. Is that a swamp hen sitting on that rock? Some black looking bird there. Egret's walked past it. Yeah, it is, it's a swamp hen. Those legs look so long and spindly, it makes you wonder how they don't just snap. But I suppose it needs long legs to be able to walk in the deep water. Those woolly wagtails are keeping busy all the time. And I think some of those little coots are growing up. They're getting a little bit bigger now. The lake is still getting lower. I don't think it's low enough to put the heavy machinery in there to start dredging it yet though. They're expecting to do that in October. They're still a couple of months away. Although I did see them have a big machine in there the other morning and they were getting weeds out of the lake. Looks like she's building a nest, doesn't it? I checked the other day and there was nothing there, but somebody did post a photo of it with eggs I think it had eggs under it. So maybe the chicks have hatched or something happened to the nest, because there's no sign of it now. I've walked all around over the bridge, and now I'm sitting in the seat on the other side of the lake, looking back towards where the egret was, or is. The egret has just dropped a large fish on the grass in front of it, and then it picks it up again. Initially, I wasn't going to show you all of these photos because they're a bit blurry, but then I thought, well, you'd probably like to see the fish story. Look at it now. That's the best picture you're going to get of the fish. Look at the size of it. That should fill the hungry egret up. We won't see any more of the egret now. We've moved on. There's Banksia. I'm still sitting at the seat, of course. That Banksia is just growing near the seat, and now there's a willy wagtail on that rock. It's still there on the rock. Now I've walked along and there's some willy wagtails flying around there. There's a swamp hen down below on the left hand side of the screen. And here we are, the little pied cormorant. It's had its swim, hopefully it found something more to eat, and now it's sitting on its rock getting dry. This is one of its favourite rocks. I often see it on this rock. I'm doing a little watercolour painting of it, and I've used the photo of it looking straight at me. I've only just started it, so it's only a small painting. I'm just getting used to using watercolours again. Now look at this swamp hen. I was interested to see how it ate because I often see them pecking at their feet. And what it did was it walked up to that grass, it dug around in the grass with its beak, then it picked something up with its foot, and then it held it in its foot. It ate the grass it was holding in its foot. So there. And that's the end of the video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed it, give it a like. Subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss the next video in this Walking Around the Lake series. I will be doing other walks eventually. It's just that it's very hard for me to get out of the house at the moment. So that's it from now. Bye bye and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.